Hi, it's Mark at FBA2USA. Come to FBA2USA.com for hints and tips getting started on Amazon Seller Central if you or your products are coming from outside the USA. Now, I've been doing this for a few months and I've got some feedback for you. It's been quite a journey. There's been a lot of interest in FBA2USA.com and quite a few members in asking questions. And it all boils down to just a couple of things, and I thought I'd share them with you. It's amazing how complex some people's questions are. There's all sorts of things that you can think about, ask about. You can get worried about customs and tax and sales tax, and and these are all important things by any stretch. But if there's one thing I've seen again and again and again, it's people failing to start from the right place. So just to reiterate, it's really important to get a product that people are actually going to buy from you. That means that you've got to understand how to say that that product is worth buying. What I mean by that is you've got very limited space in your Amazon Seller Central store, and you've got images, you've got 5 bullet points, and you've got a product description. And in that space you have to persuade someone who's got the whole of Amazon to buy from that they should buy your product from you. So, a couple of things. Don't start with a product that's so cheap that people actually probably are put off it. If you're going to sell a product as a third-party seller on Amazon, ideally your product's going to be worth about 20 to 40 US dollars, or if you're selling in the UK, 10 to 15 pounds, maybe 30 pounds. If you're selling in another place, equivalent amount in value. The reason is, these are the kinds of products that people spend a little bit of time looking at, take the time to read the descriptions, and think about purchasing as their main purchase. If you're selling something for £3 or $5, then you'll probably find that it only ever shows up to people as an add-on, i.e. they're already buying something else and they think about yours as an afterthought. No one's going to engage with it, and hardly anyone's ever going to remember to review it in its own right because they were actually buying something else. No one is going to buy your product and get it shipped to them when potentially, unless they're a Prime member, that shipping is going to be the same cost as the actual product. It's just not going to happen. So if your product is that low value, bundle it. Make something that is a £15 to £20 or $20 to $40 product. Don't sell it on its own, because the amount of costs that you're going to incur, the restrictions on the number of units you can store, all these things are going to become impediments to your growth of your business. If you're selling a cheap product, even if it is a cheap product, still take a really nice image of it. Or I've seen a really good example of someone using drawings of the product, how you would use it, and putting those as the images of the product. Great idea. But don't waste your bullet points either. Don't, in your first or second bullet point, tell people what might be wrong with it or when you shouldn't use the product. These are warnings that might be useful to add at the bottom of your sales pitch, but are in no way the thing that should be taking up the real estate, really important real estate, in the top 5 points. So, think about why the person should buy your product from you, what benefit they will get, what problem it will solve, what difference to their life it will make, what it will speed up, what they won't have to do anymore. But don't just describe it, and don't waste time with things that are basically not engaging. If you can remember to do just these things, which cost next to nothing, except perhaps for the images if you're going to get really good ones, then you will find that your Amazon business is not a little bit better. It'll be 10 to 15 times more impressive to people seeing it. That means you'll sell 10 to 15 times as much. So, after 4 or 5 months of doing this, that is my simplest advice to you. I hope it's helpful. If you want more, come to FBA2USA.com. I have been known to have a look at other people's stores and maybe give a little bit of direct feedback. Okay, cheers.